Turns out that Russia's elite may have a buffer against any pain the West tries to impose on them. I just can't believe there's elites over in Russia, too, Robert. I thought they were all here in Manhattan, but apparently not.
There are a few here, there are a few in London, there are a few all over the world. And this is just the first phase of sanctions targeting two small banks, Russian sovereign debt market and the Russian elites who, quote, and their family members who share in the corrupt gains of the Kremlin policies and, as Biden said yesterday, should share in the pain. But the pain is likely going to be limited, at least initially, and that is because of a financial shield that Russia has been building since the 2014 sanctions. Russia's foreign currency and gold reserves now totaling over $630 billion. That is enough to cover 2 years of imports or pay off Russia's entire external debt, which, of course, they don't need to do. It can also support Russian companies, banks, and these oligarchs for months and months. You add to that a debt-to-GDP ratio of only 18%. They've got a current account surplus. And we have, of course, oil closing in on $100 a barrel. Russian officials saying the sanctions will be, quote, unpleasant, but fundamentally change nothing. Now, because of the 2014 sanctions, Russia actually diversified away from treasuries and U.S. dollars and developed this whole new debt structure that's largely built on euros and gold. Now, right now, U.S. investors are currently banned from buying Russian local currency bonds directly, but Americans and Europeans are the big buyers of Russian debt on the secondary market. Joe, a big question is whether they close off that secondary market. But for now, Russia literally has money in the bank to get through these sanctions, even if they escalate, at least in the near term.
You got to need a lot of details on Nord Stream 2 also. It's not dead, is it, Robert? You could kill it, but it's not there yet. This is like paper shuffling, isn't it?
Well, one of the big questions about sanctions, if they escalate, they're going to go after the oligarchs. They're probably not going to ban them from the SWIFT financial payment system. They may go after more of the big companies, but they're not going to do anything that limits energy sales by Russia because that's going to increase prices in both Europe and the U.S. at a time of high inflation. So, what they do with Nord Stream 2, eventually what they do with the broader energy sales of Russia, it's not just going to be cut off. And even if they do cut it off, Russia will find other countries and other ways to sell that oil and natural gas. So that's going to be a piece that, because of inflation and the U.S. consumer right now, they probably just can't go there.